Yes, welcome to the programme. I'm Peg Alexander. Now, this is the second of our special election debates here on Made in Leeds. Hi, I'm Peg Alexander. We're on the air with all the news that matters to Leeds. The headlines for the city tonight. Zero tolerance, the message from West Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service, who say attacks on staff are on the rise. Yes, welcome back to Decision Made, the result reviewed. We're live over the course of this hour, picking apart the political changes of the last week, month and even year, and what changes they have been. Honestly, never has the statement, a week is a long time in politics, been more true than at the moment, blimey. You had £30 million deficit,
yes,
didn't you?
Correct.
Currently in the last financial year. That's a lot of money. Are you in crisis? I mean, how do you run these hospitals with a £30 million deficit? It's bad for democracy to have the dominance of the two main parties again, or actually is it good for democracy because for the first time for a very long time we actually have an alternative between those two. There was a clear choice between those two. Well, we've got the Labour Party hit squad, I guess we could call it here. We've got the victor himself, Alex Sobel. Amazing statistics. Are they all real?
I wouldn't be sat here if they weren't real.
Where are the things about communities and about community development and all those other areas of our life? Have we just lost that now in the overall planning and it's just all about jobs and business?
I think that's a really fair challenge.
Do you feel, though, that Muslim communities in Leeds are doing enough to try and understand why some young people might be getting caught up with some of the messages that they might be hearing from ISIS and turning to radicalisation? I just want to mention Jo Cox, actually, because I can remember being in the newsroom here last year when you personally had to announce that Jo had died. That must have been unbelievably hard to do that.
It was. It's probably one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do in my political career.
So as I say, the campaign has been suspended today. It's going to be interesting to see, Mark, what the political fallout from that is going to be, because Jo herself, very involved and did a lot of work on one of the issues specifically that's quite high in the referendum agenda, and that, of course, is immigration. I think, informed by her work in Syria, her work for Oxfam, she took quite a compassionate line, I think. And in fact, in her maiden speech when she was first elected into the House of Commons, she did say this. She said, communities are enhanced by immigration. We are far more united and have far more in common than that which divides us. So one of the things I think is going to be interesting is to see whether that spirit of Jo Cox actually kind of informs the tenor of the debate going forward. We only have 7 days left in this referendum campaign. Well, that wasn't the reply I was expecting there. And Bradford has been voted Curry Capital of the Year for the 6th year running. The city beat competition from Leeds, London and Manchester to be crowned home of the best Asian food in Britain. Judges praised the Bradford team for their work, which promotes food and community spirit. Yes, thanks for joining us. We're going to be here for the next hour, talking all things that have been going on in Leeds and making the news this week. And that's basically what happens on this show. This election. But due to the tragic events in Manchester, election campaigning and our debates were cancelled last week. Campaigning, though, is well and truly back up and running. And tonight the spotlight is on Leeds North East. So let's get things underway. Let's meet the candidates. First, we have Anne Forsyth, the Green Party candidate. Anne says the party will ensure an immediate investment in the NHS, take urgent measures to address climate change and invest £7 billion in education. Fabian For the country, it's one of the biggest decisions for a generation, but for the city, what does it mean?
You know, in long-term future of what we can invest.
That's a fair comment, isn't it, Neil? Because although your manifesto is costed,
yes,
which fair enough, the Conservative one isn't, but some people say your tax assumptions are more than a little optimistic.
No.
And still to come. Full steam ahead, we get a sneak preview of the huge model railway exhibition coming to Leeds over the weekend. And we hear from both Thomas Christiansen and midfielder Ronaldo Vieira as Leeds United get ready for Sheffield United. Thank you, James. That's it from On the Air. Of course, if you want to have your say on anything you've seen tonight, or you've got a story to share, you can get in touch on Twitter. We're at Made in Leeds. The weather's on the way for you shortly. But from your Made in Leeds news team, have a great evening. And as always, thanks for watching.